What's going on, guys? Seto Mirza here, fresh out of the lab, this time with another Harpie Tri-Brigade combo video, combo guide, deck profile, all wrapped into one. And if you notice, it's been quite some time since my last Harpie Tri-Brigade deck profile, last time being in March 2021 when I took the deck to the Remote Duel Extravaganza and got my invite for the Remote Duel Invitational Qualifier. And a lot has changed since then, and I've had quite a few people asking what I would do to update on this deck. How would I update this list? And basically, you know, since the new Lyrilusk support came out, I've been playing some variant of like Harpie, Lyrilusk, Tri-Brigade, and I just never felt like I was doing anything that differentiated the build more than what standard Bird Up was doing, other than just like main decking the Featherstorm with the Perfumers and just using that to go into plays. But now that the big chicken himself, Simorgh, is banned, I just wanted to revisit this and show that this deck is definitely not dead. It's probably the best way to continue to play Harpies in the February 2022 TCG format. And guys, there's a lot of plays that we can do. So without getting too lost in the sauce, if you guys are interested in this kind of Harpie content, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, and stick around for the whole video, because I think not a lot of people are going to be expecting where this is going to be going. So let's get into the combos. Alright, so first combo, we're going to be showcasing what this deck is kind of all about. I'm not saying this is the best or most optimal combo that the deck has, but it definitely showcases the most. And we're going to start off with a Fraktall, Perfumer, and a Hysteric sign. So we're going to fire off Fraktall, send Kitt. Kitt's going to send Nervall, and Nervall is going to grab us Kerass. Kerass effect is going to pitch the Perfumer out of hand, and then we're going to go Kerass, banish 4 into Hysteric. So this combo does not use the normal summon, which is something to note. So we can be greedy and banish 4 for Hysteric here, and if this Kerass were to get hit by Imperm, we would still have our normal summon potentially available to continue plays after that. But assuming this all goes through, we're going to use Kerass to bring out Hysteric, and then we're going to link both of them off with Ferrojet. Hysteric is going to search us out a Kitt, and we're going to use Ferrojet to summon that Kitt from hand. We're going to use Kitt effect on field, banish 2 to bring out Bear Broom, and then we're going to use Bear Broom effect to pitch 2, including the Hysteric sign, to bring back our Perfumer from the banished pile. So since Perfumer triggers on normal or special summon, we're going to go ahead and Perfumer effect, grab Elegant Egotist. We use to bring out the Lady 1, and we're going to synchro up into the Cyber Slash. Now we're going to link everything else off for the Appaloosa, and we're going to trigger Ferrojet and Bear Broom in the grave. Bear Broom is really the only effect that we're using here to search the Revolt and put one back, but I just wanted to show that you do get the Ferrojet draw as well here, but your hand's likely going to be nothing. So we're going to set the Revolt, and we're going to go to the end phase, trigger that Hysteric sign, and search 3. So our ending board is going to be Appaloosa for 3, Cyber Slash Harpie Lady, so the bounce on the opponent's turn, which is live thanks to the Featherstorm. Featherstorm itself negating all their monster effects, as well as Revolt, which is going to be able to summon back these 4 from banished and go into another Hysteric to get a banish there. The good thing about Revolt is it's going to give us our Followup as well, and we also have some search Followup off the Hysteric sign. So you can see, even without Simorgh, this deck can definitely go into some pretty big plays. Combo number 2 is going to be pretty similar to the first combo in that we're going to be using Fraktall and Perfumer, but this time we're not going to be opening the Hysteric sign, and we're going to end on a little bit of a different board here. So we're going to start off firing Fract, send Kitt, Kitt send Nervall, Nervall grab Kerass, just like the combo before. This one also doesn't rely on the normal summon, so we're going to use the banish 4 here, going to Hysteric, going to Ferrojet. Hysteric is going to search us Kitt. This is all the same as the previous combo. Then we're going to bring out the Bear Broom discard for Perfumer, Perfumer effect. And here we're actually going to go into a rank 4. This one's going to be Abyss Dweller. You can make, I guess Dweller is probably the best option here because Baguska would interfere with what we're going to go into next. But since we don't have the Featherstorm in hand and we didn't pitch a Hysteric sign, there's no point going really into Cyber Slash because we wouldn't have anything to trigger it. So we're just going to go into Dweller here, and then we're going to link the Kitt and the Ferrojet off for Predaplant. So quickly trigger Ferrojet effect to draw 1, put 1 back. Then we're going to Predaplant send Fusion Destiny along with the 2 Destiny Hero Dasher and Celestial to bring out the boy himself, DPE. So destroy Phoenix Enforcer, we're going to use his effect to target the Bear Broom and himself, pop them both. This technically doesn't target, actually, it just destroys, but you know what I mean. And this is going to actually trigger both effects in grave, and we can chain block so that DPE is chain link 2. So popping the Bear Broom still triggers the effect since it's sent to graveyard. We'll be able to search our Revolt here, and then during the opponent's standby or draw phase, we'll fire off the Dweller first, and then in the standby phase, the DPE comes back. So this board we have DPE pop, we have the Revolt, and we have Dweller. So this is something that you can go into as well. You don't need to just end on Appaloosa, because sometimes it's a little bit redundant to set up a fat Appaloosa when you have the Featherstorm trap kind of backing it up. So if you don't have Featherstorm, this can be definitely a good other option to go into as well. And there's definitely some other synergies with DPE popping Hysteric Sign that you will see coming up. Combo number 3 is more of the base combo. This one we're just going to be starting with the Fraktall and a Hysteric Sign. No Perfumer or other Harpie ladies in hand. So we're going to go Fraktall, send Kitt, Kitt, send Nervall. Nervall is going to grab us a Kitt here. So we're just going to normal summon this Kitt, use its effect to banish 2 for Bear Broom. Now Bear Broom is going to pitch Hysteric Sign along with another card in hand to target the Nervall or the Fraktall, whichever one. We haven't used either of their effects on board yet, but you definitely don't want to banish Kitt because we already used the Kitt effect. So we're just going to bring the Nervall back out, and now we're going to link the Kitt off into Almirage to fill up a second Tri-brigade in the graveyard, and then Almirage can also get itself off of board here so that we have room for our Nervall effect. So Nervall is going to go ahead and banish the last 2 from grave for a Harpie Conductor, and then we're going to link them off for the Rugal. So this is going to trigger the Bear Broom in grave. Bear Broom is going to get us our Revolt search. We're going to put one back, and we're going to go into the end phase. So now we're going to trigger our Hysteric Sign in the end phase and pass turn. So basically we end on the Revolt with the 4 open zones to be able to bring back these 3 plus the other Nervall that's in the graveyard, so we can get the Shurag banish as well as the Followup trigger. And then we have our Harpie on board to be able to use our searched Featherstorm to make it live. We also have some more Perfumer follow-up as well as the search that we got off of Hysteric Sign. And then we still have 1 card left in hand from this combo as well. So this is just a base Fraktall plus Hysteric Sign combo. Combo number 4 is going to go into the base combo for the DPE build. So if you've played DPE Tri-Brigade, this one should be familiar to you. We're going to use Fraktall and Kerass here, but you can pretty much do it with any 2 Tri-Brigades. So we're going to fire Fraktall, Kitt. Kitt's going to send Nervall. Nervall is going to grab us another Kitt. We normal summon the Kitt. Kitt effect to banish 2. We'll bring out Farrajet. Farrajet is going to summon the other Tri-Brigade that we have from hand. And we're going to link those off for the Predaplant. Farrajet effect, draw 1, put 1 back. And then we're going to use our other Tri-Brigade effect to bring out the Bear Broom. This doesn't have to be Kerass, like I said, it can be just any Tri-Brigade. And then after we bring out Bear Broom, we're going to use Predaplant effect to pay the 2k, send Fusion Destiny, send the bricks, and then bring out DPE. And then DPE effect is going to trigger, popping the Bear Broom in itself. Bear Broom is going to grab us the Revolt, and we're going to set the Revolt and pass. So basically, any 2 Tri-Brigades can get you DPE pop on your opponent's turn, plus the live Revolt. Combo number 5 is a more bread and butter combo. We're going to start off with a Perfumer, Nervall, and a Featherstorm we assume that we have in hand. You can also achieve the same thing if you open Hysteric Sign, because we will be discarding here, but we're going to just assume that we hard open the Featherstorm here. So we're going to start off with Perfumer. Perfumer effect's going to search Egotist. We're going to fire off the Egotist, bring out Lady 1, and then hard make Farrajet here. Note that this Farrajet is properly summoned, so we're going to use Farrajet effect to bring out the Nervall from hand. Nervall effect is going to fire, bring banishing 2 for Bear Broom, and then we're going to Bear Broom, discard 2, bring back a Harpie Lady from the banished. And we're going to link all 3 of those off for Appaloosa for 3, and we'll trigger all 3 effects. So Nervall is going to get us a search, we're going to Farrajet mulligan, and then we're going to grab the Revolt, and we're going to put a card back. So if we discarded a Hysteric Sign here, we could actually put back the other card that we have in hand and keep the card searched off Nervall as Followup. But we're going to assume that we hard open the Featherstorm here, so we're just going to put back the Kitt. Now we set the Revolt, and basically our end board is Appaloosa for 3, a Harpie on board, Featherstorm live in hand, and then a Revolt. So this Farrajet was properly summoned in grave. We'll bring back the Farrajet, the Nervall, and the Perfumer. So that'll be able to get us our Shurag summon for the banish, along with another Nervall trigger in the opponent's turn to get us even more follow-up. Combo number 6 is going to be the same exact scenario as the previous combo, except instead of Nervall, we're going to be opening Kitt here. And we're going to assume the same kind of thing where we open the Featherstorm or have access to it. But it's the same combo. I just wanted to show what the difference is if you were to open the Kitt instead of the Nervall. There's a little bit of a different line that you have to go into in the end here to make it work. So we're going to bring out the Kitt with Farajet, bring out Bear Broom discard, bring out the Harpie as we did. But now we're going to have to link these two off into our Rugal first. And the reason being is we don't actually have enough cards in hand to be able to search Revolt and have Featherstorm live both. So by going into a Rugal as a stepping stone first, we can trigger the, well, Farajet effect's happening, but we trigger the Kitt to send Nervall, and Nervall is actually going to get us a search here. So now we have an extra card in hand so that when we link those two off, we get an Appaloosa for 2, and then we can Bear Broom, search, and Revolt, and then put back the card that we searched with Nervall. So now we basically have the same setup. We have the live Featherstorm in hand, we have the Revolt, we have you know, properly made links in graveyard, as well as enough to bring out for the Shurag. And the only difference here is that we have an Appaloosa for only 2, and we had to step up into Rugal on the way. Combo number 7 is going to be the same opening hand as number 6. We're going to have Perfumer plus Kitt, but this time we're not going to have any access to Featherstorm. So this time we're going to actually start off with the normal summon of Kitt. Kitt effect's going to trigger, we're going to send the Nervall. Nervall is going to grab us Kerass. Kerass effect is going to pitch the Perfumer, summon Kerass out, and then we're going to banish 2 for the Bear Broom. Bear Broom's going to discard 2, targeting the Perfumer. Perfumer comes back, activates to search Egotist. We're going to clear up some zones by sending off the Almirage. Then we're going to fire off the Egotist. Now we're just going to overlay these two into Dweller. Any other rank 4 that you want of choice, but I really like Dweller this format, so we're going to keep using it as the example here. And then we're going to link those two off into Rugal. So you could keep the Almirage here, and then Rugal would be in the main monster zone. The only problem is comes to zones for like how many monsters we're going to bring out with the Revolt. So yeah, just keep that in mind. I think it's fine to just, you know, send the Almirage off early so that we can put Rugal up in the extra monster zone. And we're going to trigger the Bear Broom, we're going to search the Revolt, put one back, and set. So basically, we on the opponent's draw phase, we're going to fire the Dweller preemptively so that we get our 4th body in grave, so that we have the full Revolt for 4 live, and we can fire that off. Back into the DPE combos for combo number 8. This time we're going to start off with Kerass, Kitt, Perfumer, and a live Featherstorm in hand. So we're going to normal summon the Perfumer, activate effect as bait, and then we're going to Kerass, discard the Kitt. So basically, since we know we have Featherstorm in hand, we can just throw out Perfumer as our first action and just see if the opponent has any hand traps. And if they don't do anything, then we're just going to Kerass effect, pitch the Kitt. Kitt effect is going to trigger, send Nervall. Nervall is going to grab us a Fraktall. Then we're going to Kerass effect, banish 2, bring out Farajet. Farajet's going to summon the Fraktall from hand. Then we're going to link both of those two off for the Anaconda, trigger the Farajet effect to mulligan. And then we're going to Fraktall, banish 2 into the Bear Broom. Now we're going to Elegant Egotist to bring out Harpie Lady 1. And we can overlay both the Perfumer and the Fraktall together, because they're both level 4, into our rank 4 of choice. It's always going to be Dweller here. And now we can Anaconda effect, send the Fusion Destiny, send the Bricks, bring out DPE. Then DPE is going to pop itself in the Bear Broom, trigger Bear Broom effect. DPE is going to come back to the next standby, and then we grab the Revolt and set it. So now we have a Harpie on board, which makes our Featherstorm live. We have a Dweller. We have a set Revolt, and then we have DPE coming back in the standby phase. So something you'll notice here is we don't really have many zones. So you're not gonna be able to Revolt for 3 here, because both this Bear Broom and the Farajet were summoned off of Tri-Brigade effects. So we're gonna have to do some kind of zone manipulation here and just use our effects in like a kind of wise order. We'll shotgun the Dweller, of course, in the draw phase, and then maybe we drop the Featherstorm at some point, and then somehow if they're still playing, I don't know what they would need to have to be able to continue to play through that, but we can DPE pop itself and like the Harpie off of the board to open up our zones to be able to use the Revolt. But yeah, this is a lot of interactions, and it's really, I don't really see any kind of world where the opponent's going to play through this. Combo number 9 is going to be the same as number 8. We're going to have the Kerass, Perfumer, Kitt, and the Featherstorm, except this time we're not going to use any DPE stuff. So we're going to normal summon the Perfumer like we did before, grab Egotist, and then Kerass effect, pitch the Kitt. Kitt effect, Nervall. Nervall's going to grab us the Fraktall, and then we're going to Kerass, banish 2 for Farajet. Farajet, bring out the Fraktall. Same place as last time, except this time we're going to hard make the Bear Broom here. Trigger the Farajet, draw 1, put 1 back, and then we're going to Egotist here. Make sure that you Egotist before, you got to finish making all non-Tri-Brigade monsters before you trigger the Bear Broom effect, so that you will get locked in. So we're gonna go into Cyber Slash here since we know we have a Featherstorm in hand. Then we're going to Fraktall, Effect Banish 4 for the Shurag, and link all of those off into Appaloosa for 3. That's gonna trigger Shurag and the Bear Broom. We're gonna get our search off Shurag, Bear Broom's gonna get our Revolt, and we're gonna set Revolt and pass. So Shurag was just used here to grab us some follow-up. So we grabbed Harpie Perfumer as our follow-up, but you could grab any Tri-Brigade or any, Tri-Beast type since we have a lot banished here. It'd be up to level 6 actually, so you got a pretty big card pool of cards that you could search with the Omen in this combo here. But we have Appaloosa for 3, the Revolt, the Cyber Slash Bounce, which we can trigger with our Featherstorm, and some guaranteed follow-up. Combo number 10 is just going to be one of the base combos. If we open Fraktall and no other playable cards, we're just going to Fraktall, send Kitt, Kitt, send Nervall. Nervall is going to grab us another Fraktall, normal summon the Fraktall, banish 2 for the Bear Broom, link those 2 off for Rugal, and Bear Broom's going to trigger to search us a Revolt, and we're going to pass. So this is just Rugal, Revolt, pass, and so if like your opponent opens something like a Feather Duster or anything to just, get rid of the Revolt before anything, you can actually preemptively activate Revolt here, bring back all of your guys, summon Shurag, and just don't trigger the Omen effect to banish right away, because later on you can use Rugal's effect to decide when you want to trigger the Shurag banish. So you can, Rugal, bring back like the Nervall from grave, and then trigger the Shurag that way. So you don't necessarily, when you have Rugal Revolt, you don't need to immediately banish off Shurag whenever you bring this out. So this is good. You get your banish interruption and you get your follow-up all off of your 1-card starter, and then just the one other card you had to put back to search the Revolt. For our last combo, we're just going to show what you can do exclusively with the Harpie package if you open a live Channeler and Hysteric Sign. So we're going to normal summon Channeler, pitch Harpist, obviously the best discard target possible. Perfumer is going to grab Egotist, Egotist is going to fire, bring out Lady 1. And we're just going to link off 2 of the Harpies into Anaconda, choosing to leave the Channeler on board because if we draw another Harpie card, obviously we're showing that we have Sign for this hand, but you can use the Channeler effect as follow-up on your next turn as well. So you make Anaconda. Anaconda's just going to pay 2k, send Fusion Destiny, bring out DPE. We're going to set our Sign, and then DPE is going to destroy itself plus the Sign, trigger to bring itself back. End phase, Sign's going to trigger to get us our 3 searches, and then Harpist triggers as well here because this is the theoretical best combo, and then we're going to bring back the DPE. So at the end of the day, we have our Harpie on board with the Featherstorm in hand. We have 3 searches off the Hysteric Sign. We have our DPE pop. So this is basically just how the Harpie engine can tie into like with Predaplant and making DPE. While we still have it available, we might as well take advantage of it. And then obviously the same combo, if you just have Perfumer and nothing else, you can just normal the Perfumer, make Predaplant, and bring out DPE. But I didn't want to really have to show that because it's kind of self-evident. Getting into the deck profile. So in front of you is the DPE build, and if you noticed, I was doing all the combos with DPE and without DPE just because I kind of want to future-proof this video as much as we can. I don't see this card lasting very long into the TCG format. Who knows, it might be a little bit different than the OCG. They got rid of DPE pretty quickly, just like they got rid of Dragoon, but as you know, we still have Dragoon in our format, so who knows how long this is going to last, but I digress. Let's just get into it. So we have the 3 Featherstorm, only 1 Channeler here just as a search target for the Hysteric Sign. It's kind of hard to fit a heavier Harpie package with the DPE package in the deck, but if you're playing DPE, there's not really much more room than just the 1 Channeler, but I'll show how the build will differ if you choose not to play DPE. Triple Perfumer, 2 Lady 1, and 1 Egotist, and the 3 Hysteric Sign. You can use Hysteric Sign to recycle the Egotist back. And then the Duster is a great discard target for Channeler, and you search it off of Sign. Then we have our triple Fraktall, triple Nervall, triple Kitt. These are the best of the Tri-Brigades. You want to max out on them because they enable the most of your plays, and they're great follow-up as well for Kitt and Nervall. 2 Kerass, just because it's not that great to open. You can always search it when you need it. The 1 Revolt that you grab off of Bear Broom. The 1 Thinky, limited to 1, just another copy of Fraktall. Triple Pot of Prosperity, just as the extra consistency boost. And then we got 6 flex spots. This format, we're just going to play some Ash and some Forbidden Droplet because going second in this format, it's very hard to ask with, all the Scythe combos and Brave tokens stuff going around. So not going to maximize too hard on going second. Rather, we're going to just improve our consistency as much as possible. And then we have the DPE package, choosing to play 2 Fusion Destiny because it's always great to just open this card. And if your plays get stopped, you just slam it on board at the end of your plays and just bring out DPE himself. On extra deck, we have our 1 Cyber Slash, Almirage, Harpie Conductor. This is what ties the Harpies and the Tri-Brigade engine together. We have our Ferrojet, Bear Broom, our Ancient Warriors, Double Dragon Lords. Didn't show many combos where we get this guy on board, but he's definitely part of the main plays if you have extra Tri-Brigade or just a very Tri-Brigade heavy hand in general. You can definitely get him out. Rugal is our Link 3. Used him in the combos. He's also our climber up into access code. Appaloosa was using a lot of the combos. We're playing 2 Shurag because you can use 1 for your combo and 1 for your Revolt. Our rank 4 of choice, I'm using Abyss Dweller, Zeus. Zeus is not really that great in this deck. I mean, you have the Dweller here, but like if you can just definitely cut this for another Xyz, but you know, I like to just have the insurance of Zeus. And then our Predaplant package. So in the side deck, we just have other choices that I was considering. So the Utopia double package, Baguska, as I mentioned, Tornado Dragon, and Chidori, other Link 4s to play, or rank 4s. And then we have the Imduck, which is good for, you know, if you have multiple search targets for Perfumer. You can do the standard Harpie plays where you know, modulate Channeler's level with Imduck. Doomeagle is worth considering, but we have our Link 3 and Rugal that we actually use in the combos, so it didn't have room to fit him. Harpist is part of the non-DPE build that I was going to show. And then a lot of people have been talking about the Drag Unity package. Do we still play it? Do we not? Personally, I don't think it's worthwhile in this build anymore just because there's not a good Link 3 to go into anymore. So you can you know, Perfumer plus Hysteric Sign could get you Romulus, and then a discard outlet for the sign with Ravine, and then you just link the Romulus and the Legatus off for like a Harpie Conductor or a Doomeagle, but those really don't seem that great. So I just omitted to cut it just because these 2 cards are really not that great to open going second. And then of course our boy, the Pet Dragon, that's never going to come, just in here taunting us that we cannot use him. If I were to change this build up to cut the DPE stuff, so let's get rid of all of these, I would probably add, you know, 2 Harpist, not 3 Harpist, just do like another Channeler. So this way we have 2 Channeler, 2 Harpist, like a decent ratio there, and then we would put in like the Utopia double package, for instance. So this is probably what I would do if I weren't playing DPE. Just get more Harpie names in there, get some better discards. Harpist is really nice to discard off of Bear Broom because you get the search in the end phase. Obviously it's great for Channeler discard. Double or Nothing is kind of optimistic to think that we can Double or Nothing OTK into a meta filled with Scythe, but it does pair really well with the Forbidden Droplet and gives the deck a nice win con going second. If you don't want to play the Double or Nothing, then just cut all this stuff out. You can play the 3rd Channeler, and then you can play like your other rank 4s of choice. And that should be it. Hopefully you guys like this build, and until next time, just wanted to say, if you guys have made it this far, then obviously you're interested in Harpie-related content, so make sure to hit the subscribe, hit the like, comment down below. Definitely planning to make some more Master Duel content, so if you're interested in seeing that, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on anything else. And until then, this is going to be Seto Mirza signing off. Peace!